let's talk about this turkey,
so
which
here
is
it
beautiful.
is, and it's right out of the oven. So we're going to check to see if it's done. So we're going to talk about how to tell if your turkey's done.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So what we're looking for with a turkey is we want to take the internal temperature.
Okay.
And we want the temperature to be 165 degrees.
Okay.
Okay, that's according to the USDA. And but what we want to make sure is that the innermost, like the coldest part of the turkey will be 165 degrees. So where we want to measure is in the thickest part of the turkey, because that's where it'll be the coldest.
Yeah.
So we have a groovy thermometer here.
Gun-like thing. What is this?
That is a gun-like thermometer. This thermometer, actually, you can use it in the gun style. It's actually it's an infrared thermometer, and it's measuring external surface temperature.
Oh, okay. So we don't want to use that.
So that's not what we want.
Okay.
But it has a probe. So we're going to use the probe.
Look at that.
The probe to measure. And where we want to go is kind of just inside the thigh there, right?
Like right here?
Yeah, kind of, you can slide the thermometer along,
I'm hitting bone here.
Okay, if you hit a bone, you want to move it around. Here's where I would go a little more. Yeah,
like that.
right, right.
Like that.
So you feel you're in a thick part.
Yeah.
And you want to measure.
Sure.
So 165. Looks good.
We're good, right on, yeah.
And
so why don't you want to hit the bone?
Oh, good question. So the bone usually will conduct heat better, so that means that when you hit the bone, it'll generally be hotter than the meat.
Weird reading.
Right, so you won't get an accurate reading.
Okay.
And I usually like to kind of maybe move it around a little bit, because what I'm looking for is what's the lowest temperature I can find. I don't want to assume that just where I happen to stick it the first time is the thickest part of the meat, right?
Sure, that makes sense.
Right. So I'm looking for what's the lowest and make sure that there's nothing lower than 165. And if that thick part of the thigh is at least 165, that means that the whole rest of the turkey will be.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, how do you know if the thermometer is correct or not?
It's accurate. Yeah. So, right, because if your well-calibrated thermometer is your best defense against undercooked or even worse, overcooked and dry turkey. Yeah. So, how you can tell if your thermometer is reading correct is to calibrate it.
Okay.
And how you calibrate it is you stick it in a pot of boiling water. Right, because we all know boiling water is
212 degrees.
212 degrees. Yeah. So if you put your thermometer in and it doesn't read 212,
you throw it away.
No. That's a nice thermometer.
It is a nice thermometer.
Right? But if it's not reading 212, it doesn't mean you have to throw it away. It just means you'll know, this reads 10 degrees higher, 10 degrees low, and then you calibrate your expectation of your thermometer when you use it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.